Hey guys, Josh the RV Nerd here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan, and my video today is in response to a conversation that I had yesterday with a concerned citizen, you could say. Her name's Leslie Palmer. She actually purchased a Winnebago Micro Mini with the Murphy bed like you see behind me, right at the time that Winnebago changed their Murphy bed. Some of you may or may not remember that transition. And at the time when it was very new, a lot of dealers weren't really aware of the proper use and function of this, and one of the things that I hear all the time from people is, I watch your videos, Josh, then I go to the dealership, and I know more about the campers than the people that I talk to. I hear that daily, really. And she said, the dealer, what really spurred this? Let me back up real quick. When she had just completed the purchase of their RV, her husband went inside to pick up a couple of random odds and ends from their that dealer's part shop, and she was putting a bedspread on the Murphy bed. She had very easily, quickly pulled this down, set this down, because this is an awesome Murphy bed setup that's easy to set up. But it was set up just like I did here. It was only partially complete. No one knew enough about it to issue the warning of the fact that you have little safety locks over here on the side, these simple little straps that you just kind of lock in place to keep the bed from flipping up. And as she crawled to the front to put her bedspread on the front, she got dumped. She got lawn chaired up in the front of this thing, and she kind of got stuck. And it really shook her up. Naturally, anyone who thinks that they're potentially stuck in this thing, it's not a fun day at the office for that person. Well, she sat there for quite some time. No one could hear her in the RV, and finally, when her husband came back, picking up some pieces of parts, he was able to help her get out. Now, she was safe. She wasn't hurt. She was just shook up. And the dealer was very good that she worked with. I don't even know who it was. She didn't mention. She just said they were great. They were great. It was one of those things that nobody knew about it. I couldn't fault anyone for it, really. It was just a bad issue of timing. She says, I've contacted people at Winnebago to kind of share this story with them. And then she thought, wait a minute. I actually learned about that Murphy bed in the first place from watching Josh's videos. Maybe I can contact him, and maybe he can put out just a little safety tip video about this. So that's exactly what this is. A good experience like that from a person, and I could easily see how I could have fallen into the same situation right here, or my wife get dumped up in the front of that. I was like, I think this is a good topic to put out there. I don't think you can ever be too safe. There's nothing wrong with the way this Murphy bed system works. It's awesome. It's the fact that it needs to be used properly, like anything else. Like a bathroom cleaner, guys. You need to use bleach properly, otherwise you could hurt yourself. This is no different. There's a proper way to use it and an improper way to use it. So, let's talk about proper usage of a Winnebago Murphy bed, now that I've spent 3 minutes and 36 seconds talking about the background history of this. So, when you're traveling with a Winnebago, one-piece full Murphy bed like this, not the old folding mattress style, but the one piece. I talk with my hands. Anyway, it does need to be in the down position when you travel. Now, what's really cool about that is because the bed has to be down in transit for basically with the way the mechanism works, that means they have to build these models so the slide can come closed without crushing the bed. So all Winnebago Murphy beds are fully functional from the bed perspective when the slide is closed. So let's say we get there, everything's good, that's fine. We undo the straps and we flip this thing up. The reason you don't want to leave it in the up position in transit is because if you notice where the bend, the fold point is in relation to the length of the bed, it's way up near the headboard. There's a ton of potential torque going on up here with this thing bouncing around in transit. So they have some incredibly strong, like 200-pound rated struts or something like that, doing the heavy lifting, against this pivot point, against this axis right here. So that's why if it bounces in transit, the stress of those struts can actually basically break their own mounts. It just can happen because they're so strong struts. Now, when all you're doing is just picking it up and down, that's not a problem. But when you're bouncing it down the road, and this thing is experiencing multiple G's, multiple forces of gravity, it becomes very, very stressful on the equipment, and that's why you have to have it locked down in transit. So again, when you pull it down into the sleeping position, the same little lock straps that you use over here and over there, one on each side, to keep the thing down in transit are the same things you want to use to keep you, your loved ones, whoever's sleeping on this, safe when it's in the sleeping position. Like anything else, when used properly, there's absolutely nothing to worry about. Rockwood didn't have a problem with their Murphy beds, but Rockwood recently actually put a lock on their Murphy beds. If you're looking at a Rockwood Murphy bed, if we shift gears, there's actually like a post and a handle right here. You pull out on it to disengage lock, and then you can lift it. So, there's different ways different manufacturers have gone about these things. Some manufacturers, I think to avoid the potential liability and risk, they have simply entirely omitted a one-piece folding Murphy bed like a Winnebago, like a Rockwood, and they've gone with the bendy bed, the folding mattress. And those are cool for their own reasons, because they can actually have a little bit bigger pass-through storage. So, again, everything is good for different reasons. The point of this today was to spread some awareness and to maybe ensure the safety of all of our viewers here, because I've said it before, it doesn't matter if you actually bought your RV from us or not, you're a Haylett customer, and we want to keep you safe. So with that, take care, stay safe, have fun, and safe camping, everyone.